I was looking at the crypto market and the prices had dropped dramatically. I think I was sitting in a semi truck. I was specifically looking at Ethereum and Solana. Now I don't drive a truck or anything, so I don't know what that means. But I was sitting in a semi truck. My dad's a truck driver. Both prices had shot down to $99. Can you imagine that? Ethereum and Solana. Well, Solana is not a far fetch because Solana is at like 124 or something like that right now. But yeah, Ethereum shooting down to $99 along with Solana. That would be fire. That'd be time to plunder. I remember scrambling around to find my card so I can buy some, and I couldn't find my card. But after a while of searching, my wife casually said she had it. The price, to my surprise, was still the same. So yeah, this is something that I was even thinking about in my dream. I was conscious of this because we've lately experienced on October 10th that that fast wick that went down. That what do you call it? It's not like a flash crash kind of sort of thing. But this wasn't. With these prices, this was surprising that it wasn't a flash crash. That's why consciously I was surprised to see that after looking for my card and for a while, and my wife telling me that she had it, to my surprise, it was the price had still stayed the same. So this definitely wasn't a flash crash. And so anyways, I ended up buying one each, which is also cool because I don't have any right now. So I literally would be buying one each more than likely. And let's see, thinking the price would have climbed. Yeah, so anyways, after I had bought one each, I kind of thought about it a little bit more in my dream, and then I tried to go and buy some more. And to my surprise again, Ethereum had only climbed up to 102. So it was kind of steady, stagnant in that range. So like I said, I don't know the timing of all this, but I set a buy order for these prices just in case it happens soon.
Okay guys, so as usual, nothing mentioned anywhere in this video by anyone should be taken as financial advice. Okay, good. So now that you guys understand that, let's jump into this very quick video about Ethereum. This very prophetic coin that is very often overlooked. Now, so first, this brother here said that he saw Ethereum crashed all the way down to $99, so just around $100. And he was trying to, fetch his credit cards to try to grab some. And in reality, in fact, in the dream, he actually had plenty of time with which to purchase it. So there wasn't any need for him to be in haste. Now, personally, I myself have also experienced that in dreams as well, as it relates to the wealth transfer in general, with the markets in general, other coins in general. I was able to purchase as much coins as possible. I've had several dreams which indicates that perhaps we will also, well, maybe not everyone, some people perhaps, I don't know how it will play out, because I've also had other dreams where it flash crashed and it bounced back really, really fast, where you couldn't purchase in manually. But I've had this dream just like this brother here, where there was plenty of time where I could just purchase it manually. I didn't have any need to be hasty whatsoever. And so I could purchase as much Bitcoins, Ethereum, or any other else cryptocurrency as much as I wanted. So he went on to say that the price was almost stabilized at around $99 to $102, right about there. It was there for quite a while. And with our brother here saying that, the $1 million question is, of course, is this now, this current crash, is this the crash that will take the price of Ethereum down to those prophetic buy prices? And I honestly do believe, this is my opinion, it is not at all any type of financial advice. This is all based off of my opinion. I honestly do believe that currently this is that crash that will take Ethereum all the way down to those buy prices. And I'm going to show you guys in a minute in the charts why I say that. Now, first, guys, let's go quickly over to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin greatly influences all of the coins, and especially number 2, the coin that's right behind it on coin market caps. And speaking of which, just the other day when the price of Ethereum had dropped down to, I think it was around $1,500, the market cap for Tether had temporarily increased higher than that of Ethereum. And so for a very short period, Tether had replaced Ethereum as the number 2 coin on CoinMarketCap. Now, since then though, Ethereum has reclaimed its spot at the number 2 spot on CoinMarketCap, but I suspect that that's only going to be temporary. You see, because we know that Ethereum is going to crash further. It crashes even faster whenever Bitcoin starts to crash. So we know that it's going to take out that low at around 15, or I think it was around $1,400. We know that it's going to head much, much lower, as you guys are about to see in a minute once we get back into those prophecies that are literally playing out. So yes, we know that Tether has its eye on that number 2 spot on CoinMarketCap, and it's most definitely going to reclaim it once again. That's what I know is going to happen. So here we have Bitcoin here on the daily, and Bitcoin is literally teetering on the edge. It's right here at support. It was holding support based off of this candle right here at the 62, let's call it 62 area. Yeah, and it's literally teetering on the edge, guys. Bitcoin is teetering on the edge, and for anyone that's paying attention to the charts, even though it's currently at a very strong level of support, it's teetering on the edge, and it's only a matter of time before it comes right to the bottom of this candle. Man, I've been calling for this for literally over 1 year, just about over a year now. I've been calling for this. The bottom of this candle right here, which is around 48.49 exactly. Bitcoin is coming down here no matter what. It doesn't matter how much Bitcoin Michael Saylor buys back, or what any one of these permabulls say in the markets. Bitcoin is headed right down here to 48K. Bitcoin wants to come down here. You see, and I've stated many times before, even for a year now, that if there's any place for us to look for a good bounce, a powerful bounce, a meaningful bounce that would cause Bitcoin to take out its all-time high, it would be around here at the from 48 to 50K area. It would be a very good place for Bitcoin to have a healthy bounce. But of course, if it fails to do that, guys, we know what's going to happen. Bitcoin is going to head down to $20,000. Because I honestly do believe that this right here at the 48 to 50K area, right at the bottom of this candle, is a pivotal area. And I suspect I'm not the only one who believe this as well. I believe that a lot of traders out there, people that are paying attention to the charts, they're also thinking this way, that if it fails to hold this final, let's say, wall or level of support, it's going to capitulate all the way down to $20,000. So yeah, guys, let's watch it very keenly and see what it's about to do in the coming weeks. And speaking of which, let's go right back to this prophecy here, guys, that I just recently shared with you in sometime in May. Now, this prophecy here seems to be playing out perfectly. And this prophecy is very, very near to being fulfilled, guys. Because remember that at the time when our brother here had received the revelation, it was sometime in May. And at the time that I'd shared it, Bitcoin was all the way up here at around 74 to 75. And it's now currently at literally teetering on the edge of 60 grand, about to break that. But, and he's mentioned that in June, in the month of June, Zcash, in the month of June, he said that Bitcoin, he saw in his dream that Bitcoin went below $50,000. And it's on its way, guys. And he mentioned also that Zcash, this is Zcash on the weekly. He mentions that he saw that at the time that he had received his dream. Zcash was up here, I think, somewhere around $500, somewhere up here, Zcash was at. And he mentions that he saw Zcash at $210. Now look at this, guys. Zcash had proceeded to have a flash crash, a liquidation coming all the way down to $250. So it almost went to $200. Now, guys, in this dream, our brother said that Zcash will come all the way down to $210. So all the way down here. So regardless of the fact that it is being currently bought up all the way back up to 440 bucks, that is completely irrelevant. I honestly do believe that this dream here is being played out right now. And if we're to follow this dream, we know that it's coming all the way back down here to $210. And that is, it actually has support right around here at $210. So one could say, is the dream indicating that this will be the bottom? I know that this is an area of support for Zcash right here. But based off of the markets in general, and Bitcoin especially, we have to pay attention to Bitcoin when determining where the other coins are going. If Bitcoin keeps crashing, I believe this area of support is going to break. And what he was shown was perhaps Yah was showing him, giving him a basic idea, a direction in where Zcash is going. Because as I mentioned before, Yah never gives us the exact bottoms or tops of the prices. So he may perhaps have received an idea of how low Zcash will go. Because if it breaks this level of support, this is the last level of support Zcash will have until it goes all the way back down to 45 bucks. There's no more significant levels of support in between $210 and 45, let's call it 68 to 45. So right in between here, it would come all the way back down here, guys. So keep that in mind. And also Solana, he mentioned that Solana was at, I think it was $45. $45. And let's pull up Solana and on the monthly to get a better look at it. Man, Solana is collapsing, guys. Doesn't look good at all for Solana. So he said that he saw Solana at $45. So that's right here. That's also another level of support. So this brother, these numbers that this brother had received in his dream, trust me, it came from Yah, because all of these numbers, they're sitting right at support. So it's coming right down here, and it may chop around a little bit right here. But yet still, I believe that it will come all the way back down here, and potentially even as low as down here at the absolute bottom at $2 or $2 to $3 right around here for Solana, because it appears to be collapsing. It looks very bearish, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Now back to Ethereum, guys. This dream that this brother here had is very, very accurate. Look at this. I mean, basically all of this from the price that it's currently at 1,600 to the bottom of this wick right here at let's call it 1,000. So from 1,000 to 1,600, all of this range in between right here, based off of these candles right here, is acting currently as support. And so our brother said that he saw Ethereum all the way down at $700. $700, right around here. So what's also important is that he mentions that it's in the month of June. And what does that tell us? That tells us that if this dream is to be played out accurately, because, you know, we have to leave space for error. You know how dreams are as it relates to the timing. The timings are hardly accurate, but this dream so far is proving to be very, very accurate. So if this is to continue to play out, especially in this month, what does that tell us? That tells me that these prophetic price points for Ethereum are very, very near. The $700 is very, very near. And also the account that we first heard at the start of this video at $100. and I also believe that I've shared this price point with you guys already many months ago. I showed you this area down here, and I told you guys that Ethereum is coming all the way back down here at 100. I believe, yes, it was a buy alert. It was a low limit buy price for Ethereum video that I had created. And I knew it based off of these candles down here, this area of support, all the way down at $150. So it's basically the $100 to $150 range. I told you guys that this is a buy, it's a buy area for Ethereum. Why? Ethereum is also in a cycle. All of these cryptocurrencies, they are cyclical, every single one of them. And Ethereum is in this giant bearish pattern on the monthly. Do you see? It's a giant M. It has formed this giant M pattern on the monthly charts. And if it breaks $1,000 to $1,600, guys, it will be headed all the way down here to fulfill that prophetic price point at around 100 bucks. Yes, I honestly do believe that we're in the midst of that specific crash that will take Ethereum all the way down here. It's happening right now. It's unfolding. It's playing out right now is what I believe. And with Bitcoin's next leg down to the 48 to 49K, and it may very well even crash lower, it's going to pull down Ethereum all the way down here, perhaps even beyond this level of support. And then it will be heading down to these buy price. Now, this is not bad news, guys. This is the wealth transfer. This is what we've been waiting for. Why is that the case? Guys, if you were to pick up Ethereum down here at the $100 price range, consider this. If you were to purchase, say you purchase $1,000 worth of Ethereum down here at $100, that would be 10 Ethereum. Now, this is a coin that we all know, guys, is going to pump to at least $10,000. It's obviously it's going to go much, much higher than that. But I'm talking about at least $10,000 where people are, that's like the price range where we can at least think to start taking some profits. It will go up there in no time, guys. So most definitely, guys, most definitely, this coin, Ethereum, that is usually overlooked by the majority, will also play a part in the wealth transfer. No, I definitely have to admit that this won't be the greatest ROI in the markets, unless, of course, it's going to have a flash crash in the likes of that of XRP that I've just shared with you guys in my recent video, where XRP crashed down to 9 cents and then proceeds to crash from 9 cents down to 0. Unless something like that is going to occur with Ethereum, where it proceeds to crash from this $100 level and have a flash crash down to that prophetic price point of 201. Because XRP is not the only coin that is prophesied to go that low at 201. This coin as well has been prophesied to go to 201. The thing is, we don't know when or how that will play out. So wisdom would be to start accumulating. If you guys see this coin here at $100, that would be wisdom, because again, guys, this is Ethereum. This is the second coin on coin market caps, only second to Bitcoin, the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap. So we wouldn't want to be dilly-dallying with a price like that for Ethereum. You know, that wouldn't be wise. Wisdom would be to start taking advantage. Like I had mentioned before, I would start purchasing from, I see it all the way anywhere down here, you know, from $150 to $100. If I'm able to, if I can afford to, and that's important right there, because not everyone's going to be able to afford those high prices. But if I can afford to, I would start stacking up from $150 to $100 for Ethereum. Because like I mentioned before, it's going up to 10,000. Some have prophesied of it going to 20,000, and easily, guys, I can see this coin going up to even $50,000. So that would be definitely a steal for Ethereum at $100. And it is very, very near, guys. All it takes is for Bitcoin to break that 48 to 49K level of support and head lower, in order for Ethereum to break its support at $1,000 right here. Do you guys see it? $1,000, and start heading down to those prophetic price points where there will be great rejoicing down here, guys. For you guys who have set your buckets and have positioned yourselves to accumulate Ethereum here, because we know that it's just a cycle. It's a cycle. It's there on the charts. It's pretty obvious. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's a cycle. And only the wise are able to take advantage of it. You see, to see the cycles and to buy at the bottoms and sell at the tops. But this next coming bull cycle is going to take out $5,000. It's going to double. It's going to at least $10,000 in this next bull cycle that is coming up. So Ethereum, guys, is also another opportunity. And I want you guys to pay attention to it keenly going forward, especially you guys out there that are Ethereum fans. I want you guys to pay very close attention to it in the same way that you are watching the price of XRP and XLM and Lunk and all of these other coins, because this coin will play a very major part in the wealth transfer as well. Do not sleep on Ethereum, because there's also a lot of money to be made with this prophetic coin as well. So there you have it, guys. I thought that I'd bring this all to your attention. This brother here had seen that Ethereum will go down to $99, basically $100. And there's also other prophecies of it going to 201. We don't know if these two prophecies are the exact same prophecies or they will happen at different times. The same thing as I mentioned with XRP. So wisdom is to set your buy prices with some at the high end, which is around $100. I guess one could come at the absolute bottom down here as well. The absolute bottom would be, let's call it around $80. The absolute bottom of these candles down here would be around $80. Yeah, around $80. You see, at the high end, and the absolute low end would be around 1 cent. You see, just in case we have that flash crash. So there you have it, guys. I've brought you the information. Now it's entirely up to you to decide what steps you're going to take, or even if you're going to partake in Ethereum, because there's other plays to be made, as I mentioned before, that will give you even greater ROI than that of Ethereum. It's entirely up to you. Do with the information what you will. So take very good care of yourselves. Peace. Shalom. Until next time.